And the ending wise. Andromeda, don't play Andromeda. That was the fourth one, but we don't talk about that. We don't talk about Bruno.
There's only 3 in this series.
Talk about Bruno. No.
Welcome to the Basement League Show, guys. We got some stuff for you today, particularly Sci-Fi.
Sci-Fi.
When you think not the channel.
Not the channel. Don't come after a Sci-Fi.
When you guys think Sci-Fi, what do you think of?
Star Wars.
Okay.
Sci-Fi?
Yeah.
Star Wars, probably.
Okay. Well, we're going to talk about sci-fi video
Wow,
games. A couple of my favorites. Star Wars is actually on the list.
Way to be original.
First one that actually won that I still honestly would probably be terrible at today, and they haven't made one in forever, is the Armored Core series.
I don't think I ever played that.
It's an amazing game. You get to make, it's a mech fighting game. There was missions, kind of? Yeah, there were missions.
Kind of like Mech Assault?
No, better. Because like the mechs were stupidly customizable. Like you could have like a quadruped mech. You have one with like regular legs, have like reverse legs, you could run faster.
Okay.
You can literally have one with like treads. Feet. You could put like sniper rifles, like ion cannons on their shoulders and like that. The only thing I didn't like about it.
You never played Armored Core?
No, I've never
The one I played the most is Armored Core 2 on the PS2. The only thing I hated about it, what I really wish they would have done better, was the controls.
Were very hard.
You couldn't use they had DualShock with the thumbsticks, right?
But you couldn't use them?
No! No! You had to use the shoulder buttons to look up and down.
I hated that. I hated games like that.
I got my ass whooped repeatedly because I was like, okay, one mission, all right, I got this. I got the hang of the game. Then this motherfucker flying everywhere. I can't.
Was it like PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2?
PlayStation 2.
But
because it was worse on the original PlayStation, where you like original PlayStation had the first DualShock.
Yeah.
Most games didn't even need them.
Nope.
Easier to move, easier to run and shit. Had to use the directional pad.
Yeah. I totally made a mech and I made his whole top half brown and then his legs blue like jeans and then had like white forces on.
Wow.
Because he would customize the whole color palette on the whole thing, and he had 2 guns, by the way. If I could put a bandana on, I would. but I couldn't.
Just a big ass bandana.
Wasted opportunity. Thanks a lot. But they haven't made Armored Core in like 5 years.
5 or 6 years. It was Armored Core 4?
No, I think it was like 5 or 6 actually. I think they made another. I don't know. It's been a while though. It was on
the last one I played was PS3. Last time I played was on PS3.
Still have to check this out.
Armored.
It's really. You can. I think maybe 4.
Is it on PS Plus?
Maybe. I'll have to look it up and see. Anyway, that was a great game. Find it. I know you can buy it still. It's like expensive too though. It's like
it's still like $50
for like a 12-year-old game.
So it stayed valuable.
So good.
Yeah. Next one is one that's near and dear to every nerd's heart, especially if you played the third one.
Truth be told, I never played this one.
Yeah, really?
Really? You never played Mass Effect?
Mass Effect.
Well, I wasn't
Spoiler!
Spoiler, motherfucker.
My bad.
That's why I said I haven't played this one.
Yeah, so he's letting me do the reveal.
I'm not trying to steal his thunder.
Yeah, Thunder Thief.
I'm good. Let's go.
But anyway.
You were the lightning before the thunder. Yes, that wasn't a Imagine Dragons reference.
Anyway, Mass Effect. It basically is a game from BioWare. It's a RPG involving basically around a character you play as a Commander Shepard. He's in space military, I guess you want to call it.
Space Force.
Space Force. And basically, it's going for a whole theme of like saving the galaxy. But the biggest draw is the interactions with other characters, like relationships you form with them, like. On the second game specifically, I know for sure, like based on your relationships with the characters, determines whether they'll die or not in the final mission. Like if you didn't get very good with this person and then you also sent them on the wrong, they died. And there was like 8 people that were like in your main party, maybe more actually.
Yeah.
And you had to like form bonds with them and learn about like their skills and their likes and interests and all that shit. And it was cool. Was like I think even some of them you could still send them on the wrong, but if you had enough of a bond with them, they'd still like make it.
I was gonna say I don't know about the first one, but I know that was one of the key things with the second one is that different decisions you made throughout the game affected the outcome of the game.
Which is one of the first games I believe to do that.
I think they were saying it had like 4 or 5 different endings or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. The third one was, truth be told, I didn't finish it. I got like 90% of the way and I was like done with it. And apparently I should have finished it, but also I shouldn't have finished it because it was the worst one. And the ending wise. Andromeda, don't play Andromeda. That was the fourth one, but we don't talk about that. We don't talk about Bruno.
There's only 3 in this series.
Talk about Bruno. No. Don't come after me, Disney. I'm sorry. I apologize.
It's a trilogy, not a saga.
Yeah, but they are making another one.
Oh, really?
But they're supposedly going to do it right. I don't know how the story's going to go, but it's supposedly in the works.
See, because
I'll be playing
at the time when they came out, I just wasn't into like the solo RPG players and stuff. Yeah. Now I actually am, and if they're coming out with a new one, I might actually check out the trilogy.
It's really cool. It's really cool. You got to go. You got to be
games I need to play.
You got to be. Oh yeah, there was like a morality system. You could be a Paragon or a Renegade. I was always Renegade.
I was always Renegade. Paragon is so boring.
You could be a nice guy, but you got to be.
You got to like do stuff and be like nice. You got a John Cena that the whole time.
But staying on the path of BioWare, the people made this game, another great game they made was Knights of the Old Republic, which was a Star Wars game.
And Star Wars set so much fun.
So you know how Star Wars said a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away? This was also in a galaxy far away, but even longer ago.
Yeah.
It was basically the prequel to that during like the Old Republic time ago. Back when there were hella Jedi and hella Sith, and it was you got to be a Jedi, lost his memory, but you can also like become a Sith later on. When the person that you like rescued you turns out she was evil, and then it also turns out you were evil too if you decide to go that route. And it was just like a whole little twist. You got to design your lightsaber, which was cool as shit.
God, I need to play those games again.
It's on Steam for like $8.
When I build a computer.
Talk to your boy.
Yes.
You can play on that laptop, bro. You can run KOTOR on a potato. Like it's really not a graphically demanding.
I believe you can run like most of Minecraft on a potato.
Yeah, you could run KOTOR on that.
Yeah, that's
not demanding.
It's an older game.
Just get yourself a controller.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the game was really fun. You actually got to meet a series of characters, droids, bounty hunters, smugglers. You know, the whole Star Wars accoutrement. Like all the people that just like build up the character base. You got to travel to different planets and cities, and you got to interact with different alien races. There was the combat system was a lot different if you played Mass Effect, because this was more like a D&D style. Like you got dice roll, basically like turn-based. Yeah, like you pick an attack and
that's right.
And you could hit for like 25, whereas Mass Effect was like a live in action like.
Yeah, you're fighting.
That was the one thing I hated about it at first, was that it was turn-based. But then it just, I was like, I want to know what the story's about, though.
Exactly. It makes you.
That's how you get into it.
You could be a Sith, and as you became a Sith, man, your skin got all gray, and your eyes got red, you're veiny, and that was just cool.
Lovely.
The next one we're gonna go with is actually a good series, BioShock.
Yes.
BioShock.
If you've never played BioShock, you owe it to yourself to get it. It's like on Steam, like the whole collection's like $25.
It was definitely one of those good like horror video games. Like,
and it wasn't even supposed to be a horror game. It was just creepy because it's underwater. It's not even a horror game.
It's not, but it's just scary. Like it's just naturally scary. Like
basically the first one, you're a character who gets stranded on an island or a lighthouse.
It's like a lighthouse. Isn't it an island with the lighthouse?
Yeah, you go into the lighthouse and it takes you down to this city called Rapture, which was basically a futuristic city, but it's in the 40s, right?
Yes.
40s, 50s, But like these people, this whole community that lived underwater, all like these great geniuses, and they found ways to use sea slugs to give people powers, which like I'm talking like fire, pyrokinetics, electricity. You can make bees come for your hand. The bees!
Because the purpose of it, like there, at least with the first one, the underground city and everything, it was purpose because of like, I guess, real world events, like things
he was getting away from
things that we know in history, like I guess like whatever nuclear warfares.
Yeah, this dude Andrew Ryan started it all. And there was also this dude that was he was like his rival's dude named Atlas. But the coolest thing was a huge twist. Sorry, spoilers. The game's like 15 years old. Sorry,
if not even older.
the guy that was like guiding you through the whole thing was actually, he wasn't guiding you like per se, like helping you on the way. Like this whole thing was premeditated. But then they made a second one, which was you take place of one of these things called the Big Daddies, which protect these little girls that actually absorb the
I don't know why
little slugs that get their stuff from. They're called little sisters. You played one of them, and you had to like go find your little sister that was like assigned to you. But then there was like a big sister. That part was freaky because I hated that. That bitch was annoying because they would warn you. They'd be like, "Big sister's coming," and it would like flash on the screen. You'd hear her screaming and run through the vents. And she'd jump down and just like wail on you. That was annoying, but it was cool though. That one wasn't as good because it was basically like a copy and paste of the first one with less story because, it wasn't. It was like the revisit to the same world, same powers, but they came back and did one
just like playing from a different perspective.
Yeah, but it was still fun though. I thought it was fun.
Oh yeah, no, they were always. I mean, they were always consistently good games.
But the next one was good. Was BioShock Infinite. This took it from under the water in the fucking sky to this place called Columbia, and it was
that was a good game.
It was. I don't know how to describe it.
It was hard as. It was a hard game.
I don't think I played it.
So much fun.
That Infinite was amazing. It was just, I don't know how to even describe it. It was like also in the same time period, but it was like brightly colored, but you could also tell something was off about the whole place.
Super weird, like weirdly off. Like you're trying to figure out what it is. Like
kind of like this newest Matrix movie.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So there's that. Play it, try it, love it, live it. Don't live it.
Live it.
Don't live it.
Live up in the clouds.
The next one I'm going to definitely go with is going to be, well, with the exception of the third one, is Dead Space.
What are the freaking terrifying games?
I played the first one and that was it. I didn't even finish the first one.
They are remaking it, by the way. This took place where you're a engineer, a space engineer, named Isaac Clarke.
Isaac motherfucker.
And your ship answers a not distress signal. You're going to go visit your wife, right? Yeah. Your girlfriend, Nicole. You get like a distress signal.
No, fiance, right?
Fiance.
Yeah.
You get like a distress signal from her, and you go on the ship, and everything is just in chaos. There's bodies everywhere. Turns out that this
bodies falling on top of you.
Basically, this artifact in space turns these people into these things called necromorphs, which are deformed human alien monster hybrid
pop out of the shadows.
Things.
Think of Doom on steroids.
They basically, but they took every trope from every sci-fi horror movie and put it into a game. You're talking Alien, Event Horizon, The Thing, like
Riddick. No,
it came from out of space.
No, for real, Pitch Black.
Yeah,
like
everything that's ever been made. Like that's just
they took it and they cranked that to 11, and the game was so good. The pacing was great. I couldn't really have a complaint about the first one or the second one. The third one was a little too actiony. The second one was just as good as the first one.
I played the first one.
I can't wait to play this.
I played the first and the third. Could you imagine?
What are you guys?
How many people would be mad? Like Fifth Ward.
What are you guys' favorite sci-fi video games, books, TV shows, rather, movies? Let us know down in the comments.
Sweet.
Know us. Check us out on the social medias. Would you like to know more? I'm doing my part. Anyway. But
I was talking about the book, but yeah, the movies are great too.
That's what there's books?
Oh. Or at least there's one. My grandpa
There's a book?
My grandpa gave it to me when I was a kid, and he's like, read this. And he's a country western dude. Like he working on oil fields.
I don't know why that's funny to me.
Working on oil rigs and oil fields and stuff. The last thing I ever expected as a kid was for him to hand me a science fiction book. But he hands me Starship Troopers. Read this. You'll really enjoy it. And it was a fantastic book.
Killing bugs, man. It's great.
Killing bugs.
What's the name? Gary Busey's son.
Yeah. That big.
Just put your hand up here.
That big jawed mother.
Dude, he had some big old teethers.
Yeah.
Catch us on the medias, all the socials, and we'll catch you guys next time. Ba-bum-bum.